It's time for a great afternoon of sports entertainment talk. Get ready for in-depth discussions on everything from the court to the fields, mixed with the business and culture that orbit the sports world. Whether it's the latest blockbuster trade or the societal impact of sports, Two Men On with your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred Slow, with producer Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
It's Tuesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means I'm eating tacos over at the Rio Bravo brewery. That's what I mean. So Randy Baker's next to me, owner of Rio Bravo, and he's a guy who razzes. If you've ever been razzed by a professional, it's happening to me right now. Also, it's an old timey term for ribbing. It's to poke fun. Isaiah Johnson back at the studio. Isaiah, welcome.
Thank you. I'm still fighting. I'm still fighting my depression from the Lakers losing. But I think I'm feeling a little better.
We'll talk about that at length. Did that $50,000 fine make you feel a little bit better? Was that a part of it?
I didn't hear of such a thing.
Oh, okay. So in the news today, we'll talk about this at length. Minnesota's Anthony Edwards fined $50,000 for comments Saturday night in the Lakers game. We'll talk about
made to the fan.
That is correct. We'll talk about that at length.
Okay.
Van Nunley will join us in progress today, so we're excited to have he when he is with us. Also, if you want a GA tonight, yoga, you can do that here at Rio Bravo Brewery. Come hang out with us, tacos, yoga, and the world that is entertainment, athletics, and us. I didn't watch a single second of the Lakers game on Saturday because obviously WrestleMania. I did try to catch highlights from this past weekend. Could not do that because there were no games worth highlighting. And the NBA and the NHL messed around and made it all up last night. Very good sports night last night as the LA Clippers have figured out Jokic. Joining us on the broadcast is Van Nunley with no regard for the headset. Van Nunley, welcome.
Well, hello. How are you?
Right. I guess you're just going to come and yelling at us as you're coming late. Got that kind of energy today, huh? If you touch my microphone, headphones for even one more second, stop. All right, we're now back. Oh, Van eventually, instead of just stopping, kept messing with it. And now he's now got his headphones set.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Well, we were good until you came in like a hurricane here and screwed everything up.
Well, I'm a big Miley Cyrus fan, as you know.
That would
So
be
wrecking ball status right now, baby. Let's go.
Now, Van was running late because he went to the Duke store.
Yeah.
Instead, what other dumb stuff did you do today, idiot?
So I still got some fiberglass in my knuckles from returning some insulation to Home Depot. It itches really bad. That's a dumb thing.
Isaiah,
that's about it so far.
Sat down and immediately unplugged my headphones and then disregarded my direction to not touch those. He's about as good as technology.
Well, here the reason I was adjusting the headphones because there was no sound in mine.
So
then when my headphones are on, I can't hear you talking if there's no sound in them.
How do you?
It's a pretty easy
years.
Solvable conundrum.
We've been in this industry 5 years. Figuring out where we're at, key. Being on time, also key.
Yeah.
Not screwing up the equipment, I would say a third layer of key aspects to this thing. And then a fun ancillary one at 5 years in, knowing what the equipment even does.
Okay. Choo-choo, the hyperbole train rolling through the station. So I did a funny thing.
So, Isaiah, before we continue, just keep in mind we are on the live stream today. Where as soon as Van joined it, he refused to mute his microphone so that it's screwed up. So let's put 5 in a row here now. 5 in a row in the 5 seconds he's been on the show where he's completely disrupted, derailed, and ruined my hot takes about how good sports were last night, bouncing back from a terrible weekend. Van, welcome.
Well, you'd be wrong because it sucked again last night.
It was so good last night. Basketball games were closed.
It was average.
Hockey.
The basketball was pedestrian at
Monday
best.
Night Raw was very good. It was a very
WrestleMania is over. No one cares about wrestling anymore.
Just started back up.
Duke City Championship Wrestling, still very important.
May the 10th.
Yeah. WWE, no one cares for 51 weeks.
That's weird because every text I got today said, why does everyone hate John Cena? Can you explain to me? And I can explain to you that everyone hates him because for 20 whatever years, he was only the good guy and he's the best bad guy of all time. And he kept it from us. He kept us from having this entertainment. And he's spoiled me on just being good guy John Cena. LOL. John Cena wins again. No, he's showing us now. And alongside the Clippers figuring out Jokic.
But he's a garbage heel. He's a garbage bad guy. He's not believable. He's not intimidating. He's not scary. He can't entice any kind of illicit reaction from his opponents. All he does is just stand there all lumpy and weird with his really bad haircut.
As bad as you were at getting to the show today is how good he is as a heel.
Oh, okay. Is it opposite day? Look around. What is today? I forgot what day it is.
Oh, you don't even know what day it is? Put that on the list too, Isaiah.
John Cena sucks at being a bad guy. It was a horrible idea by WWE to have him be a bad guy. He's not believable. He's not a good heel. He doesn't strike fear into the heart of his opponents.
Mm-hmm.
None of it's believable. Also, his wrestling prowess, falling off a cliff. They should have let him retire tied with Ric Flair. You should have said no.
Greatest of all time.
No, Van, I'm with you. I will say the match was a little like this is John Cena, right? Like this is actually John Cena. I know he's a little bit older than
he used to be, all of us.
Yeah, than he used to be.
He's a little older than his veiny shoulders would portray.
But the best part's coming up with Randy. I think the Randy Orton spinoff.
All right, what are you doing? No spoilers. Not everyone's watched that. 24 hours. That's the rule.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the everyone knows that's the rule.
Unless you don't have social media. It was all over social media.
No, so see,
Randy posted it actually himself.
I mean, a lot of people aren't watching that, but they don't look at social media for wrestling.
I'm not.
I don't. Big one-score games. Last night, they were very good in hockey. The Kings over the Oilers by a point. The Stars over the Avalanche by a point. The Jets over the Blues by a point. I mean, boys, Capitals over the Canadiens by a point in overtime. What we needed. As good of a sports day yesterday as there has ever been, especially juxtaposition against the craptastic weekend that was sports.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't invest a lot of time into sports this past weekend because it was bad.
But last night, it's all back. The Nuggets are better. The Clippers are better than the Nuggets. Look for Denver to get bounced too early in this one. The Pistons are showing everyone how wrong they were about taking the Knicks over today. Get ready for that. That was incredibly good last night. I'm telling you, boys, like the Pope is past. Easter is over. WrestleMania is cashed. Like it is now time to sport. Look for the Bucks to fall tonight to the Pacers. It's going to be that good.
Nah, Bucks bounce back. They got lucky last game. Important question. I'm familiar with the National Basketball Association playoffs because I got a little skin in the game.
Yeah.
Is it the hockey playoffs too?
They're better than ever right now.
Because I never know if it's opening day or the playoffs.
The hockey ones,
don't stop playing hockey ever.
They're the best playoffs, unlike the NBA. The NBA playoffs
Major League Baseball best playoffs.
Oh, I don't know, man. The hockey one, 8s beat 1s all the time in hockey. They all go to overtime. They're all low-key kind of cowardly offensively, so the games are always close. Basketball is the worst one, not even close. The first round of basketball is often terrible.
Yeah, you could skip out on that whole thing.
You can skip that whole thing.
Yeah.
Just
first round of the playoffs.
First round of the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Cut that entire round out.
Well, most years, yeah, but this year in the West, because with like the Lakers and Timberwolves, the 3 and 6, a 1-game difference, it helps. This year is more competitive than I think it ever has been.
Well, the West wasn't trying to get Cooper Flag, so
yeah, 1 and 2 should have a bye, and then 3 through 6. Should go to the next round.
To play 1 and 2.
This 7 through 10 thing,
don't need it.
There is a huge drop off in talent in these teams.
That part is true.
I mean, competition. Like, there's no competition.
I saw a thing today. It said Tyler Halliburton's the most overrated player in the NBA. He's in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like
he's up 1-0.
Yeah.
Tyrese, by the way. Tyrese.
What did I say?
Yeah. Tyler.
Who's Tyler?
You get Tyler Hansborough.
Oh, I liked him a lot more than Tyrese Halliburton.
Because of reasons.
He's a North Carolina guy.
Yeah. Oh, is that why? Because of North Carolina?
Bucks Pacers tonight, Grizzlies Thunder tonight, Timberwolves Lakers tonight. We will talk about all of those. I promise you. The NFL, as I mentioned, NHL, Devils and Hurricanes tonight, Senators and Maple Leafs tonight, Panthers and Lightning tonight. Also, you're like, Freddie, that seems like enough. I'll go to bed now. Nope, starting at 9 o'clock. The Golden Knights play the Minnesota Wild tonight.
Is that in Canadian time or something?
That's in Las Vegas, which is the Pacific.
Okay, because there's no clocks in Vegas.
Yeah.
They'll just start their events whenever the hell they want.
And the Wild are from Minnesota.
You could have asked me that 1,000 times. I never would have got it right.
The only Canadian hockey team, I think, at the Pacific time zone is the Vancouver Canucks, I think.
So I'm a bold-faced liar. I know most of the teams that are verbs, so I would have got that one, actually.
As a big fan of team names that don't end in S, give me the Wild.
It's a good one.
Not a lot of them.
Not a lot. Not a lot of verbs.
Verbs are good team names.
Mm-hmm.
They're better than animals. Animals are the bottom tier of team names.
Animals and nouns that represent your city. They're played.
Give me an example of a noun that represents your city.
An oiler, a stealer.
So, hold on, those are
a guardian.
Those are not nouns that represent your city. Those are professions. And I'm going to say professions also are bad, like animal names.
Still a noun that represents your city.
No, here's a good one. A Yankee. That's a good team name.
Go on.
That's like it's a way of life. You're a Yankee.
I feel like feelings are.
All right, give me an example of a feeling.
Like if there's a team named Euphoria, like, all right, those guys.
Dang.
Okay, you were Euphoria. I was gonna go.
They're gonna leave an effect on us.
I was gonna go Crush.
They already have Dream. That's an incredible one. That is a good
It's
one.
not Dream is not a feeling.
Or,
That's Cody Rhodes' dad.
It's also Cody.
It's Nightmare. American Nightmare.
It depends on your attitude.
Well, he is. That's his moniker. The Dusty Rhodes was the American Dream.
you know, I never noticed the correlation.
That just
Wow. Yeah.
multiply interpretive though. Like if you give me Crush, because Crush is a verb. Crush is an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the best flavor of soda.
There's multiple flavors of Crush. Which
No,
Crush is
orange.
your favorite?
It's only orange. Orange is the best one.
I think might go out on a limb here. Me and Zay might prefer grape.
No. That one's bottom tier.
What?
Grape?
Grape soda is way better than orange
Grape
soda.
soda is its own flavor, but it's not even the flavor of grape.
No. It tastes nothing like grape.
Nothing like grape.
No, but it's the best fake flavor.
No, the best fake flavor is orange soda from McDonald's. The second best flavor.
It's very specific.
Have you had the Fanta?
I don't go to McDonald's.
I'm not asking you to go to McDonald's. I'm asking if you've had delicious orange soda from McDonald's.
I've had orange Fanta from Mexico, which
Different.
is better, whatever
Yajitos?
McDonald's producing.
It was like the Yajitos.
Yeah.
Is that Fanta?
Pretty much. I'm sorry I butchered the way that was pronounced.
Yeah. It's less carbonated.
I'm not gonna say one way or another what I know about Mexico and its sodas, but I'm gonna say when it comes to trust, I trust McDonald's far more than I trust Mexico.
Okay. McDonald's is worldwide.
Yes.
Mexico's just in one place.
What's the GDP of Mexico and the GDP of McDonald's?
It's probably close.
It's got to be close.
It's got to be close.
The best flavor of everything is always going to be, when it comes to drinks, sodas, it's
Black cherry.
Red or pink. I stay away from the cherry.
All right, red is
black
cherry.
cherry. Red is usually fruit punch or strawberry.
No, red is cherry.
No, cherry is clear. Cherry is gross. And sometimes if it's colored, it'll be a darker red. Cherry's the worst flavor. Cherry is the worst fake fruit flavor in any incantation.
Red is not
The
even
worst
a
type of pie
flavor.
is- The worst type of pie as well.
Red pie?
Cherry pie.
No, the worst type of pie,
Yeah.
mud.
It's a good one.
Mhm.
Go mud pie. Cherry pie is terrible. I'll take some apple pie though.
So what you do is cherry rhubarb.
No, bottom tier.
The rhubarb cuts the syrupy sweetness of cherry a little bit, makes it a little more palatable. Get that little bitter, rootsy rhubarb in there.
No one has ever sat down and said, I think I would enjoy rhubarb.
Millions of people daily.
0 people listening. There are no friends of the show that are like, you know what I fancy? A trip over to the diner?
Strawberry rhubarb is a legendary pie flavor.
No, it's
blackberry rhubarb is good. Cherry rhubarb is good. Strawberry rhubarb is upper. I mean, so as a man of taste and character, unlike yourself, who just lives off of McDonald's,
soda.
Strawberry rhubarb is incredible. And if you haven't tried it, you need to.
If you haven't tried it, it's because you didn't grow up with poor people food.
All food that you eat today is poor people food.
I eat better than kings and queens of even 100 years ago.
Because all they ate was steak and potatoes.
Delicious
the poor people food from the back alleys, that's where they started using spices. That's where they started using herbs.
That is not correct.
All the best dishes from any country around the world is poor people food. Because the rich only ate steak and potatoes.
Sorry, so now you're very confusing to the audience. So we've all established that rhubarb de pie is is the absolute bottom tier of desserts. And
no one's established that.
I have.
You've said that. Yeah.
If you go right now to the
that is a opinion, not a fact.
If you go
now, you keep confusing these things.
Go to the Cracker Barrel right now. They're not going to have rhubarb de pie because they don't like throwing it away.
100% Cracker Barrel has rhubarb pie.
No, why are you saying it weird?
Rhubarb?
Who's on the line?
Howard.
Oh,
rhubarb pie extraordinaire, Howard.
No, Howard eats Arby's. Howard, welcome.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was so upset that the connection was lost.
All right, Fred. My whole family loves rhubarb pie. What the heck?
It's very rude what he's saying to your family.
I don't even know the number one ingredient. Anger?
Sugar.
What's a rhubarb anyway?
I have no idea.
It's a root vegetable.
Roots are not vegetables, dude.
Okay, it's a tuber.
All right, also, I just tried to spell rhubarb and I can't.
It's an H in there.
There's an H, R-H.
Yeah.
Journalism major, 2 years, UNM.
Oh, here's what it is, Howard. Van likes it.
And spelling bee champ.
Hey, Van likes it because it's a long, thick, edible stalk.
Okay.
It's not even June yet, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that one alone. Anyway, best pie ever is Millionaire Pie, guys. Come on.
Okay, this is a good answer.
Millionaire Pie.
Pie.
Also invented by poor people.
First closed down.
Oh, dang. I forgot about Furs. Memory lane right there, baby.
Speaking of, is Millionaire Pie just whipped cream that you freeze?
It's super close to that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like putting crumbled up cookies and frozen whipped cream, basically.
Pineapple. Oh, man.
You put pineapple in yours?
No, there is pineapple in it. The one first had.
I don't put it in there.
The one first had.
It's in there, man. I don't cook. What the hell?
Howard knows
Best
what's up.
soda ever. Fanta Red Cream Soda.
Red cream goes hard.
At that. Later, guys.
Hey, dude, Big Red out of a glass with sugar, not corn syrup, can go. That red cream soda, ooh-wee.
Red cream soda is not for me.
Many things, Fred, are not for you. We've established that.
I think you're, man, I've noticed you like the
Awful
cream
stuff.
soda popsicle. You like the cream soda. And then you also like the creamsicle jerseys for the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking more of you're a fan of cream.
Cash rules everything around me, baby.
Well,
I get that reference, but I'm not going to support you in this.
Get the money. Dollar bill, y'all.
You checking the clock?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We've been on this segment for 20 minutes. You've only been on it for 15.
About this is 17.
When we get back from the break, there's a ton going on in the world of sports, but nothing more important than the leak of these new Diamondbacks jerseys. We going over that as soon as we get back. It's 2 Minute On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. Live from Rio Bravo Brewery, where you can get tacos for $2. The sports animal.
This report is...
show's been rocked. Ode to the greats, the tapes, the boom box, and to the bus stop, the bootlegs are hot, the days fade away.
Welcome back to Two Men On, live at Rio Bravo Brewery. Ton going on in the world of sports. It's the week of the draft. If you want to come hang out with us at the draft, well, we're not going to Green Bay, but we're going to Hooters on San Mateo. Van and I will be there doing the program 4 to 7 and a super fun NFL draft party to follow. Come hang out with your boys as we cut it up, as teams mess it up for at least the next 5 years of their franchise. Should be a lot of fun that night. Bring a friend if you want to bring a friend. They'll have some drink specials, some other cool stuff going on. So we will be there Thursday night, 4 to 7 with the program, 4 to 6:45, whatever it works out to be. And then join the draft in progress. The first pick will be done by the time we get off the air, but it'll be, worth enjoying the rest of it, right? A little bit of fellowship.
Yeah, I think I probably might be there. I know Mr. Carlos is going to be filling in that day.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So the NFL draft Thursday.
Yeah, it'll be a big one.
Will be a big one. It's
like
not
draft
though.
For draft thing. Is that what I saw?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We'll draft beer. Don't drink shots. Don't drink cans. Don't drink bottles. It's a draft.
Okay.
Drink draft.
It only makes sense.
It only makes sense. Have wings.
Yeah. So where were we? We were talking about
Joy fellowship. No, I'm just messing with you. Well, because God forbid Van be on time to any segment today. Van Numley joining us in progress. Van, welcome back.
What I miss, boys?
Nothing. Literally, it's better without you.
You know what? That's what people say about you when you're gone.
No, they don't.
That's crazy.
I literally get the text. Oh, another Fredless,
Not the ones I get.
Another Fredless episode. Can't wait to listen to my 90 Day Fiance podcast. That's what they say.
You're speaking for yourself because you're the only person I know that subscribes to a 90 Day Fiance podcast.
All right, I create one, actually. I'm a big fan of anything that is childhood nostalgia. And that's what these new leaked Arizona Diamondbacks jerseys are. They look like the purple Pop-Tart.
The Serpientes of last year were friggin' sweet.
It's a, I don't know what color purple this is, but it's the one from the 90s. I don't know what color aqua this is, but it's the one from the 90s. And it's perfect in every single way. Buy this thing.
Are they Oprah inspired?
Make it everyday wear because she's 90s.
No, it's the color purple.
Well done.
Yeah, all right. There's
Well
a
done.
lot of people you could have named from that. Like a lot.
I figured I was about to pull up the cast. So I was like, I was going to go Oprah.
You went Oprah.
Yeah.
From the color purple? Can you name someone else?
LeVar Burton.
That was Roots.
I tried.
Yeah. You're bad.
Or
Okay, I like the color scheme. I'm glad Arizona's going back to this color scheme, but it's very mid.
No, you're wrong.
They could have done so much better with this.
It's 90s.
They
nostalgia.
wasted those sweet, sweet colorways
Nope.
on a belligerently average design.
90s nostalgia with a modern feel. It's an absolute perfect blend of fashion and sport.
I do not like the A's on Arizona.
The
The only thing I like are like the little
they look like fangs.
the little diamondback patterns on the letters. That's a nice touch.
The A's have fangs on them, like the viper fangs.
They could have done a little fangier.
These are incredibly fangy.
Those, I would say 4 on the fang scale.
This jersey is what you would wear if you're an extra in HBO's hit miniseries True Blood.
Because you wanted to give it away to people that you're a vampire?
No, you're like a fan of the vampire culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
And snakes
Have
are
fangs.
obviously
Yeah.
part of vampire culture.
I-
Everybody knows that.
The fangs.
Yeah, this is a wasted opportunity. It is so close to being cool. Logo not great. Why do the purple black sleeves? Doesn't make a ton of sense.
Because if you recall, they used to be vest jerseys, and then underneath they would wear black underneath their jerseys. So this is a play on that weird period of time when, for some reason, the Diamondbacks and the Rockies were sleeveless jerseys over T-shirts. Do you remember?
Well,
I
really see
remember
the-
and I love it. Sorry, Zay, go ahead.
No, you're good. I see the Pop-Tart correlation here. So I think it's because they're in Arizona, so it's always hot, right? So when they're out there and it's super hot, they're like toasted Pop-Tarts. I think that's probably where they were going with it. I don't understand what else it could be.
The Diamondbacks are adamantly denying this, but this is exactly what I would do to build internet hype.
I hope it's not real because they can do a lot better.
Do you believe they should do a sleeveless one?
First off, sleeveless would be fantastic instead of just black sleeves for no reason that doesn't match the rest of the jersey.
Because they wore black underneath.
Well, just wear sleeveless then.
Isaiah, if it was up to Van, the new jerseys would just be an Arizona green tea can turned into a jersey. That's what he would do.
I've said that over and over and over again. This isn't a new development. Everyone knows that their alternative jersey should be Arizona tea cans.
It should. Arizona tea's not going anywhere.
With that sweet, you put the limb on the front with the little pink blossoms going all the way up it. And everyone's number is 99 on the back.
So in my niece's softball league, every single team in the league are the Diamondbacks because she lives in Flagstaff.
That's right.
Every single team in the league are the Diamondbacks, but they have different color. Pick up their own team name from the colorway.
Yes.
How
How every team here should be the Dukes. Every little league team should be the Dukes.
with different colorways.
Yeah.
Correct.
We're
That
the-
should happen.
Yeah, we're the pink Dukes.
This looks like one of the little girls' jerseys. This is not major league quality alternative jersey.
There is no such
I
thing.
hope that this is released early. This looks like, you know any softball dudes?
Yeah, I hate them.
This looks like softball guys' weekend warrior jersey.
This
It's not quality.
the worst softball guy is the softball guy that shows up to the free airing of the UFC fight at the Buffalo Wild Wings after a day of playing softball.
Mm-hmm.
I
He came in overserved.
yes.
He ain't even got one there yet.
His softball jersey is also his UFC shirt.
Well, because they all watch it together.
Also-
Again, front of the show. If you're in a men's softball league, that's fine.
For some,
It's just your attitude towards it.
if you're on a softball team that has custom nicknames on the back jersey and somebody on your team has the name Big Daddy, like I don't want to be associated with you.
Another CNI single, huh, Squeege? That's how they talk.
Hit the face off of it. Softball, men's league softball chatter.
Hey, I would have knocked that one out, but we're only allowed 2 homers a game, am I right?
That's how you talk.
Ate him up. I played softball for like 20 years.
Been on second and third.
Oh, walk him.
Hey guys, check it out. I know I told you I wasn't going to, but I named our team Balls Deep.
Get it?
Get it? Oh gosh.
Yeah, they could do better. These jerseys are underwhelming. Zay, are you familiar with the ones last year?
The jerseys last year. Now let me
Look
see.
at the City Connect from the D-backs last year. Those are sweet.
All right, last year D-backs.
They got this cream, and then it says Serpientes in this sexy cursive, and the cursive is a snake.
Okay,
It was one of the best ones last
If
year.
I was to see this in person, is this not extremely close to the Dodgers or no? It looks a little darker, huh? It's a little more tan.
Yeah, it's darker. It's like, desert sand color. Not
Yeah.
really just Sunday cream.
Let's hit for an hour.
Still on it, huh?
Oh no, here it comes. Here it comes, a scoregasm.
Well,
I just hate men's league softball. so
Hey,
bad.
Rick brought his glove today. Wish he would have brought his bat. Am I right?
Sombrero. Like what? I hate you so much.
Looking here, and this list has got the number 1 jerseys of all time. The Dodgers are ranked first.
No, that's a stupid
We're
list.
doing
Throw
all
that-
time?
throw that list
Now,
out.
hold on,
That's a
hold
very
on.
cold take.
there's criteria here.
It's the Cardinals number 1. The St. Louis Cardinals are the best jersey of all time.
Cardinals are 6 on this list.
The-
Braves are 5. It's got
in your-
years, though. It's got years. So I mean, for some of them. So for like the Atlanta Braves, they're 5th, but it's only from 72 to 75.
Number 1, the St. Louis Cardinals, preferably something from the 80s. Number 2, the San Francisco Giants, preferably something cream.
Okay, these 82 through 86 White Sox jerseys belong in this top 5.
The ones with the stripes?
Yeah, he's got the socks.
Or the
across with
two-tone
red.
ones. Yeah, those are sweet.
It's
yeah.
the Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees are second on here.
The pinstripes.
Yeah, those
The-
Those are cool.
Perfect NY logo.
Yeah.
Your Cardinals are top 3. Yankees, Dodgers, Cardinals. Then after that, places 4 through like 11
Cubs
are all Padres.
When the Cardinals
It's just Padres after Padres after Padres.
when the Cardinals go on the road, it doesn't say St. Louis. It says Cardinals. Because you don't have to tell people where the Cardinals are from. Everyone knows. Not even like those loser Yankees who put New York on the front of their jersey when they go on the road. So the away fans will know. The Cardinals are from St. Louis, and that is a known fact.
unless it's Arizona Cardinal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Look, these
Which
jerseys that
Cardinals?
are no longer here, the Houston Astros sunset jerseys are ranked first.
The old tequila sunrise,
those
baby.
Are sick. Those are super sick. Yeah.
Pittsburgh Pirates yellow striped hats are second. Number 3, the Padres brown and yellow uniforms. I guess these are not here anymore. Are there like some
No,
throwback
those
Padres
are fire.
ones?
Those are fire too. There's a
Yeah,
bunch
too.
of good ones.
The Blue Jays look very cool. They look like the blueberry Laffy Taffies.
Those are not
Toronto.
cool.
The powder blues. You don't like those?
No, those suck. The
Powder blues are sweet.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
Sweet.
very
Only
sweet.
the Cardinals have those. When we get back from the break, the Clippers have figured out the Nuggets. They are cooked. We're on a collision course for a Los Angeles versus Los Angeles Western Conference. Except the Lakers lost the other day. It's 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Hey, Sports Animal.
time to rock. It's time to rock. It's time to rock. Hey, yo, the party don't
Welcome
stop.
back to Two Men
It's
On.
time to rock. It's time to rock. It's time
We're
to
live at
rock.
Rio
Hey, yo,
Bravo
we take it
Brewery.
to the top. It's time to rock. It's time to rock. It's time to rock. We go hard.
$2 tacos, yoga tonight. Come hang out with your boys. We're on until 6:45. Isotopes baseball after us. They're in Reno tonight. Thursday, we're doing the draft at Hooters.
Hey,
we
it's
need-
going to be
I need to
fun.
move our Sadie's day. I totally forgot about this.
We just met with him.
Yeah, I think we
Had a lovely conversation.
think we can go tomorrow.
I think we should go tomorrow.
Yeah, let's hey, note to self.
Mm-hmm.
Call Sadie's.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just sitting right next to us recently.
Clippers over the Nuggets last night. We could talk about how Kawhi Leonard's that dude. We could talk about how he averages a point a minute. We could talk about how, in my opinion, the Clippers have Jokic figured out. We can talk about how passing lanes and opportunities that traditionally were there his entire career haven't been there. Or instead, we can talk about how he flops on every single play. Where do you want to go with this?
Man, you just said like two really true things. And then you started talking about Nikola Jokic, who had a 26-point triple-double in a playoff game. Pretty good.
He was quieted.
Pretty. Well, I mean, everyone was quieted compared to Kawhi's 15 of 19 shooting, 39-point. That is insanely efficient.
When he ain't
That's
hurt,
like, those are Shaq numbers. 15 of 19. By the way, 4 of 7 from 3. Didn't miss a free throw. I'm telling you, dude, Kawhi be that dude.
yeah, but Tyronn Lue.
He just has to be healthy for one whole playoff run.
And you can't do load management in the playoffs. Like, he played 39 minutes last night. Like, he will get hurt.
It's very likely going to happen.
He's been getting hurt ever since he got hurt and then was diagnosed down in San Antonio. When that San Antonio stuff hit him, and I think maybe they just had bad doctors. Like, I don't really know. But I know he's talked about how it was like a misdiagnosis and blah, blah, blah. And he's never really bounced back. Like, never really. But he is a guy who stays hurt.
Yes. I mean, we say it on this program every time. He is an absolute dude. And the only 2 times in his career that he was healthy for a regular season and playoffs, he won the championship.
Yes. And whenever he is winning games, he's as good at anyone who wins games. And when Jokic is as good as anyone who wins games, they lose by 3.
Yeah, he was, if he would have went, what was it, 10 for 10? If he would have went 10 for 10 from the charity stripe, it'd be 106, 105 nuggies. Also, ifs and buts for candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. But still, dominant performance by Jokic. The rest of the team didn't hold up.
Not a dominant performance.
He shot 50% from the field, including 3 with a triple-double.
Barely a triple-double.
12 rebounds, 10 assists, and 3 steals on top of that.
Those 10 assists were soft.
He did have 7 turnovers, which is uncharacteristic, but there you go.
Dog. He ended up on the basketball court every other possession.
He is Nikola Jokic in this current incantation of the Nuggie Boys.
He's flopping.
Is the best player on the worst team, and I say that wholeheartedly. He's the best player on the worst team since LeBron James, his first tour with the Cavs. He is putting this team on his shoulders. Already won a championship. Already got multiple MVPs with nothing around him.
Jokic flopped more.
The ghost of Jamal Murray.
Jokic flopped more last night than when he flip-flopped on winning Michael Malone as his coach.
Well, I mean, it looks like he's playing in flip-flops, so it's all kind of par for the course.
We wrap up hour 1 when we get back live from Rio Bravo. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to Two Men On. We're live at Rio Bravo Brewery. All right, official update. We're moving Sadie's till tomorrow.
Correct.
Okay, we'll be
Yes.
at Sadie's tomorrow.
To accommodate the NFL draft party at Hooters, we're moving up Thursday at Sadie's to tomorrow. So happy hump day from Sadie's.
Yeah, probably could be a whole other vibe over there on Wednesdays. We have no clue.
It'd be very exciting for us.
Yeah. The Wednesday regulars are going to go, what?
What? We're here because you're not here today.
Who's in my seat?
We used to have dinner here every Thursday.
Yeah.
But
Then
you weirdos
Yeah.
ruined it for me and my whole family. So we moved it to Wednesday, and here you are again.
Because we only have 2 minutes. I have a Dallas Cowboys update. Are you ready for this, fan?
Hit me.
So all these teams do pre-draft pressers.
Yes.
Okay. By the way, it's too much.
Mhm.
There's too much coverage on this thing.
Yeah.
Here's what I need to say about the NFL draft day. I need to say no trades. And then I stop talking. And reporters know that too. So they only asked Jerry Jones if he was sad when Luka got traded. That was the whole press conference. He goes, yeah, my wife was pretty sad. Breaking news. Oh, gosh. The NFL needs to stop a little bit on some of this stuff.
Give us a breather.
Just give us a breather, man.
It is draft week.
It is
There's
draft
a lot
week.
of chatter.
Love
And
draft
then the
week.
couple weeks after that is draft analysis.
Yeah.
And then pretty soon, like, it's OTAs.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, training camp. And then
So OTAs, team activity started today
Hmm.
because, like, some of the obvious guys didn't show up. But, like, some weird ones did. So Brock Purdy shows up. He needs more money, so he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
And then Kittle didn't show up, and he doesn't really need more money because he doesn't win. And then Kirk Cousins showed up, but he's not going to be the guy.
he's not even going to be on that team
Not
in a
even
couple
that
weeks.
team.
He's getting traded on draft night.
So why did he show up? Like, we talk about that a little bit, I guess. Like, there's that bone.
I think being a good teammate, and Brock Purdy seems like that guy.
Mm-hmm.
The good teammates show up for that stuff
I would have stayed away.
until you got the money.
You get the money.
Give me the money.
Yeah.
Also, Brock Purdy, do the Brady thing, man. Because if you want to keep this Niners window open, you better pay yourself a little less.
Fred, you should talk about the NFL more in the offseason. But do you want me to say, hey, teams at the top of the draft order are taking calls? That is the story every year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not a dumb audience, friends of the show. You know that the Browns and the Giants are taking calls.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you that.
Everyone except for the Tennessee Titans will be taking calls. And the Tennessee Titans will be taking calls on picks 2 through 7.
Yeah.
Just not number 1.
The real story is how A.J. Brown's car was found in Camden. Also, athletes kind of get robbed a lot.
Orioles fans, man.
2 men on. Not Camden Yard. Idiots. Live from Rio Bravo Brewery. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610. Ooh, sports animal.
Flow with producer Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Mike's hot.
Welcome back to Two Men On. The NBA is fining Minnesota's Anthony Edwards van $50,000
Worth it.
for a comment he made towards a fan Saturday night. This was in a basketball game played against the Lakers. This dude's comment was about,
What was it, Fred?
I can't say on the program,
Finger on the button, Zay.
but it was about his Anthony Edwards' manhood keeps costing him a lot of money, is what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 50,000 this time.
It's a lot of money.
I mean, it's 50,000 once instead of 50,000 a month to baby mama. So junk references way better than irresponsibly using your junk.
Big if true, man. So here we go.
Not the biggest math guy. We've established that on the program.
No.
50,000 once is less than 50,000 a month for 18 years.
What's it cost to sit courtside at a Lakers game? $5,000?
Yes.
Moving forward, if I'm Anthony Edwards, I'm going to buy 10 courtside seats
Mm-hmm.
and then have nobody sit in them.
Well, you better buy a few rows up too, because it's pretty audible. A few rows up.
The NBA was like, all right, we're going to do you worse than we did Ja Morant.
If this is true,
And I believe it is true.
and scientifically, odds on, I believe it is true, but they never showed the person in the crowd. Like who could it have been?
So every time this stuff happens, when there's like a really good video, I think it's a work.
He set that up himself.
Well,
He's like, this is going to be worth $50,000 in exposure. This is $50,000 worth of lulls
and
for me.
it might be because I'm like old man slow and I don't video record every part of my life.
Yeah, or talk about your dong in public.
But there's no way I think all these NBA moments are getting captured on cell phone stuff. Or maybe I'm so ignorant that this stuff has been going on for so very long and everyone who's had like semi-close access is very aware. So they just stay rolling.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, Anthony Edwards is close to me. Phone out.
Yeah.
Anything could happen right now.
Yeah. Keep your phone on TV personality because LeBron James is going to yell at him.
Yeah.
Like, because I still think that's all fake too, you know?
I mean, historically, in our field, it used to be, oh, you never heard what Anthony Edwards said on the sideline today. Multiple reports showing Anthony Edwards was talking about his junk on the sideline. Can neither confirm nor deny these allegations. Now it's like, I got it in beautiful 4K from my brand new iPhone. There is no room for slander. It 100% happened, dude.
The world is seeing it. Sorry for you.
You see his response when Shams posted the tweet. He screenshotted it and put it on a story. Send the invoice, fam. Put a laughing emoji. So expect him to double back tonight if someone decides to irritate him. Ja Morant style.
It's a drop in the bucket for his total salary. Like how hard do you want to lean into this? Old AE. Are you going to keep this up?
If you're Minnesota, you do nothing because
You do nothing at all.
Already fined by the league.
Yeah.
If you're the Lakers, the next game's in LA tonight. Is that right? Or does it go back and forth?
It goes back to Minnesota now.
Okay. whenever it gets back to LA, if you're the Lakers,
Yeah.
you get a bunch of new sponsors from like Blue Chew,
Mm-hmm.
like Extends,
Mm-hmm.
like
This
Buy it.
commercial break is
Yes.
brought to you by our friends at Cialis.
that's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You set it up.
Yeah.
Everything's a reminder. Every song that's like arena friendly
Mm-hmm.
enough with innuendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
You do foot long night, they're like 99 cents or something. Like that's what you do if you're LA.
What's that? I don't want no little tiny itty bitty teeny weeny short man. You remember that song?
No.
You play that one when he walks out onto the court for sure.
I don't know what you're talking about, but the idea is there, yes. But you super double down on it. And the 50.
1994 smash hit Short Man by Gillette. If we could come back with that after the commercial break and
have no
say
idea
that would be
if
fantastic.
that's appropriate or not. I've never heard this song.
I don't believe there are any bad words.
Can you chat GPT if there is?
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. First 50,000 fans in attendance tonight get one Hostess hot dog bun or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And whatever it cost, right? Or you make like just a public, not statement or outcry,
Yeah.
but like a lot of public jabs, like little ones.
Yeah. Every free throw that Anthony Edwards misses, foot-long hot dogs go down $1.
Something of that
Yeah.
nature. Yeah. There's other punchlines here, and it's tough to navigate with radio. But you embrace all those things with a more clever PR team than what we have at the not Staples Center.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At the Crypto Staples Center
Yes.
for the whatever in attendance. Also, I don't even know if you TV broadcast that stuff. You know when they cut to media and national?
Oh, almost all the time. It's just in-house.
Yes,
It doesn't
only
make it to
in-house.
television.
Yeah.
No, because they got their own AV.
What you do is you get two of those inflatable airmen, those flappy arm inflatable air guys. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They go out in front of car lots.
Mm-hmm.
You get one smaller one and one bigger one.
Or you get you fast track next home games giveaway, and they're obviously a dong shaped thunder sticks.
Something of that
Yeah,
nature.
for sure. Yeah.
Where the Timberwolves are getting off of their bus, in the back parked, you have the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Sure.
Like that's what you do.
You cater the Minnesota Timberwolves locker room like a bachelorette party.
Yeah, that's a
And-
good one.
Yeah, and everything is like wiener shaped straws and candles and plasticware. I think that's what you do.
I'm in on all these. When we get back from the break, we continue from Rio Bravo Brewery. It's Tuning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to Two Men On. We're at Rio Bravo Brewery. That whole suggestion of coming back to your song ban, Isaiah said, forget that. You don't want nothing to do with it.
Subject is passed.
Yeah.
On to the next. Also, friend of the show who can recall Gillette smash hit, short man, got a good giggle out of it last segment.
No one
Guaranteed.
could recall that.
And when you say no one, you're being hyperbolic again.
Yeah,
you're talking your personal opinion. It's just you speaking for Fred.
That's my deal.
You do that. You do that a lot.
Like
Yeah. The royal you.
You had put over Nick Castellanos last night. 0 for 4, 2 Ks.
Vegas did pretty good yesterday.
They got you.
They did pretty good yesterday.
They always do.
I didn't get a home run bet in for Castellanos yesterday, but there'll be more tragedies.
You can now go to the Castellanos Casino that now exists in Las Vegas. It was like a crazy amount too. I say bet on him today, though.
Maybe he just got the news.
Well, that's the thing. Because it broke in the morning, it's not like it was breaking during the broadcast. That's what slowed it down.
It happened on Vatican time. It wasn't Philly time.
So the only logical explanation here is that the Pope has faked his death.
Oh, he put it off a day?
That's what I'm saying.
He just wanted J.D. Vance to feel bad about visiting him. So I'm going to save this one more day. And then Nicky boy, he'll pop one out.
I saw what the stock market did yesterday. What did the Uncrustable stock market do?
What's going on with the Uncrusty boys?
Well, Nick Castellanos was just devouring them in the dugout. And when he was devouring them, he went 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. So I feel like that's not the rub you want if you're Uncrustables.
I think Uncrustables is going to be fine. At least, okay, I mean, it's golf season now. Crusty boys at the turn, Uncrustables in between the 9th and 10th hole, unmatched. The turn Glizzy is dead. The turn Crusty is very much alive.
This Mets team is about as good as it gets right now.
Only if they were in the NL West would they get the respect they deserve.
They don't lose no games, man.
Recently.
They lose 0 games at home. They're 12-1. That's as good as it humanly gets. There's only one that could be better. And I don't think anyone's ever done that.
Undebeatable at home.
Also, athletes that claim you shouldn't eat during games, this is the example why.
You snack like a Crusty boy or like a protein bar, a little protein shake if you got a strong bowels.
You think that an Uncrustable is a snack? That's like a meal.
What? Only like 200 calories.
You
need at least 2 of those bad boys.
Oh, you stack 2 together.
Dang, double decker?
Yeah.
Or do you cut it in half and have like a
Forest,
Uncrustable club?
Yeah. Hey, you think rhubarb pie is good? Wait till you have Uncrustable pie.
I'd mess with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd mess with that.
If you were to be like, hey, Freddie, one full day where all your food has to consist of in some way peanut butter, I would be perfectly fine.
That's fine. This is fine.
Yeah, I can add peanut butter to pancakes.
210 calories. Your boy nailed it.
Well, of course, you know what the back of an Uncrustable packaging looks like when you eat them.
I never look at them. I just rip into those bad boys and tear in.
The last time I had one was when you had me in the bright early morning of a Sunday drive out to the golf course to record a social media video
for
us.
the brand new hit radio show Fill in the Holes. the golf content that the southwestern part of the United States has been craving and devouring, like me at the turn with the Krusty Boy.
Of Uncrustables. They are, I guess I will agree with you that they're like the survival food of athletes, apparently.
Got a little protein, little fat, little sugar, keep you going, little salt, get your electrolytes, and an easy little package.
Pro wrestlers eat them, like in the back of the house.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, they're like a staple.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the smell of them reminds me of a pro wrestling. That and Chipotle. Those are the two things. Like if I smell Chipotle or if I smell, you know, when they come out of the plastic, you know exactly what smell I'm talking about of an Uncrustable. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in a locker room of a pro wrestling event.
Okay. Weird, but I'm into it. Pro tip. You want to make these boys last longer? Freeze a box.
Yeah.
Whenever you go out on your activity, put them in the bag. A couple hours later, when you're ready for that little Krusty Boy, be perfectly thawed out and still cold. Room temp Uncrustables, miss me. Refrigerated or slowly thawing frozen Krusty Boys, hit.
Now, when you
incredibly
said
hard.
Pretty weird, you were talking specifically about Uncrustables because they're a sandwich with no crust.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the smell of Uncrustables reminding you of a wrestling locker room because I've been in a few and they don't smell like Uncrustables. Uncrustables is not the smell that pops into my brain first when I think about a wrestling locker room.
Superstitious.
Or any locker room.
Baseball players.
It's MRSA. It's the smell of MRSA is what
disease. The superstitious baseball athlete, which is not just like a joke. That's like the most incredibly real thing.
It's a plague.
Yeah. They, as it relates to baseball, if they go 0 for 4 after eating Uncrustables,
nope,
they'll never eat them again.
Well, not till they get off the schneid. Once they're off the schneid, then you could pick up your old habit. But if you're on the schneid, you got to switch something up.
You know when baseball made players get rid of chewing tobacco? Couldn't dip anymore on the field. And they went with all these fake dips.
Yes.
So they could mimic dipping. They don't really need to dip on the field to play baseball. It has zero impact on their performance. It actually impacts it immensely.
Studies have shown
that
nicotine is a nootropic that can increase brain function and reaction time.
What's a nootropic?
A brain vitamin.
Is it Cancer or Capricorn?
A brain vitamin?
The new Tropic you're talking about.
The new Tropic Thunder starring Ben Stiller, Robert Downey Jr., Jack Black, and the skinny white guy who's never been in a movie since Tropic Thunder.
Who was
that new Tropic?
Who was that guy?
It's that guy. I had a beer with that guy in a Los Angeles airport at LAX, and I can't even remember his name.
Does he know yours?
There's no way. Well, man, probably actually a better chance that he remembered mine than I remembered his.
I went to that pro wrestling this weekend in Las Vegas, that WrestleMania.
Okay, I've heard of it.
And I mean, how many industry people know my name? It's a lot.
Sure. Yeah, in the industry.
I'm in the industry.
Yeah.
And I go to these things and they walk up to me and they tell me stories. And at the end I go, I wish I was a better person. I wish I remembered
any of these stories,
any of this stuff, like where you were from, influencer, or what photos you have taken, photographer, or what matches you have wrestled, pro wrestler. Like I don't have that.
Well, there is a tsunami of data in our brains of these situations.
Yeah.
On the other side of the coin, there is one situation, the one that they remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'm recently in the
I've been in that exact same spot with previous partners.
Oh, yes.
That did not date for a long amount of time.
Yeah. Little time, big impact.
Yeah.
It's not what Anthony Edwards says.
Correct.
Yeah.
He leaves a lasting impact.
Because
a human life.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah.
This pro wrestling, Duke City Championship Wrestling, NWA New Mexico that I own, has started to penetrate
Giggity.
so well nationally.
Okay.
That now people call me Albuquerque, and I don't like that.
Oh, they call you personally Albuquerque. Yeah. Okay. Not Duke City. They don't call you Duke City?
Nope. Hey, you're Albuquerque.
That would be...
That's cool.
That'd be the logical step.
Yeah.
You run Duke City Championship Wrestling, obviously with the help of other people, but, you know, just you.
That's primarily.
In this scenario, just you. And they don't call you Duke City.
No. Incredible.
Multiple colorways. I love it.
It is so smart because recently, you may or may not be aware, the Isotopes started Duke City as a branding.
Yeah.
But the Dukes were already a deal.
Correct.
So they now have a Duke City shirt.
Dukes City, not Duke City.
With an S.
It's the Dukes
City. I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of staking claim.
Without the backstory, I'm a fan of the shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of any of the swag at the Dukes team store.
Oh, same.
Steve is incredible.
Yeah.
Stylistically,
mm-hmm.
I mean, top shelf.
It's a very good
hard
logo.
To beat.
Yeah. Does it come
not the one shirt, everything.
But does it come in a large tall?
So you might have to bring your own LT over there.
Yeah.
And then he'll print it for you.
Well, I don't know if he just does.
No, do that. I have to bring him my own Smediums since I'm a Smedium again now.
Why are you withering away?
I don't want to be Jack Van anymore. I like Skinny Van.
You were never Jacked Van. You were healthy Van.
Now hold on. That's 198 pounds of 13% body fat. Beefcake.
We don't know if those numbers are accurate.
I got them. I got it. Like emails. I got body scans and stuff. Like
who is
I got
scanning
receipts.
your body?
CJ, our friend from Evolve Strong Fitness.
Did you just stand in front of an Xbox Connect?
So it's close. What you're describing isn't far off. So it's like these metal foot plates, and then you hold these metal handles.
Okay.
Yeah. It does weight and body fat percentage.
And you say
and muscle mass.
And you say, "Scan me, Daddy-O."
Yeah. You know I do.
I would like to see a single email. Because I feel like you have gone from a overstuffed Uncrustable to a very scrawny Uncrustable.
Just like a normal Uncrustable.
Yes.
Now. Yeah, just like a reg.
Do they have different jellies?
Which after a year and a half, I've learned that I prefer.
Do they have different? Can you get them with preserves or are they jelly only?
I think your choices are purple or red.
But they're like flavored seltzers.
I think it's grape or strawberry, but there might be others.
We continue from Rio Bravo Brewery when we get back from the break. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing.
It's Park here in Mountain Summit Racing.
All right, Van, in the world of everything's a work,
Okay.
Jason Tatum has a bone bruise.
Which hurts. Been there.
If you recall, Joe Mazzulla famously over the weekend wouldn't let the trainers attend to Jason Tatum. I feel that Jason Tatum is perfectly fine, and this is all a story because Jason Tatum was upset when that highlight caught a little bit of steam, and Joe Mazzulla is taking one for the team here. But Tatum is now listed as day-to-day. He will play in Game 2. There's no doubt.
So who's going to come out with the chair is what I'm asking.
Like out of nowhere?
Yes.
That's a great question. On 2 bad knees. Jaylen Brown's been playing with a bone bruise his entire career.
It was incredibly funny, that moment. I know we already covered it on the program, but I'll give it another whirl. Joe Mazzulla, the Celtics coach, who I think is a dude.
Seems like a dude.
Jason Tatum takes a hard fall after a hard foul, hits the floor, makes an audible noise on the broadcast.
Is that who it was on? Okay.
Trainer immediately sees their star player on the floor, starts running towards him. Joe Mazzulla gives him the backhand. No. Hold on. Like, you ever seen like 2 girls fighting and somebody immediately tries to break it up, and then you're like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Let this sizzle for a second. Exact same situation. Basketball this time.
I feel like Jason Tatum is a guy who regularly bounces back from going down. I feel like he's a guy Chumbawamba's it pretty quick, right?
Sure.
But this may be an example of a time when he really was hurt, and then he was emotionally hurt by his coach not showing him support.
I mean, boy who cried wolf kind of thing here. Is
That's
like
different.
You keep faking, and this is finally the real one.
Now, you mentioned you've had a bone bruise.
Yes.
I don't know if I have.
Crown of the helmet right into the middle of my thigh. It was awful.
Like a construction helmet? Like who?
Football helmet, excuse me. Sorry.
What year is this story from?
Old, like me. I'm old. All my stories are old. I did. Yeah, right in the meat of the top of my thigh.
In your thigh?
Yeah.
How does this affect your shooting? Question.
Asking John Morant.
Basketball.
Oh. I don't even think it affects you a ton. Also, he has access to way better drugs than I had when I had a bone.
I don't even know what part of the hand you bruised with the I know there are bones in the hand. Don't talk like
bunch.
Like
there's so many.
The most per access part of the body. Okay.
I think it's your foot. Cool.
There are more bones in your hand or your foot.
Foot.
No.
Mm-hmm.
How?
How?
Yeah.
It's science.
No, one of them. That can't be true. All right, let me Google something real quick.
Okay, Google something real quick.
I'm trying to think.
Regardless, it's gonna hurt. But you just put a little shot in there. Little beep beep. Get you going.
Okay, so you ready for this?
Yeah.
Each hand contains 27 bones.
Okay, that's a good number.
Each foot, 26.
Dang, by one?
Let's go.
You're counting.
There's a carpal bone that sets them apart. Something called the pisiform. There's another one in there.
Okay, I believe you.
I'm not a smart man.
You're not like a handyologist.
I am handy.
You are. You're
Yeah.
handy.
You're a handful.
You get handsy when there's
yeah.
get a couple drinks in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I really like the 90s, so I put a Z at the end of words.
Mm,
Hand Z.
remember. Diamondbacks jersey.
Super sweet. There you go. If you can't hit a jumper, he's done. Also, do not set a precedent, NBA, of allowing teams to hurt other teams' best players in their shooting hand.
I think they're just trying to hurt him anywhere. I don't think he specifically went for the hand. I think gravity chose the hand.
If Trae Young had played better, this never would have happened. We wouldn't be in this position. And our hero, well, really, America's hero, Jason Tatum.
Is that who it is?
NBA Finals MVP, Jason Tatum.
He's not that. Finals champion, yes.
Soon to be NBA's Finals MVP, Jason Tatum.
Hard doubt.
Okay. Also, this KCP cat. It's not a dude I want to hit me.
Any professional athlete I'm going to go with?
Yes.
Even Jose Altuve. That would still hurt. He's 5'5.5", but he could still pack
There
a
are a
punch.
bunch of professional athletes I think I could take a shot from. I mean, like a lot. All of the U.S. women's national soccer team.
Oh, okay. I was going through the list, and I didn't get to the women yet. So, all of the men, probably not. Probably not. Once we get to the women,
some.
Like once we get down to like backup point guards, I think I could handle one.
If Simone Biles swung on me, first of all, too cute. Secondly,
she could jump.
She could hit
and be eye to eye with you.
Yeah.
Two Simone Biles on each other's shoulders, you're toast.
Oh, like a devil one and an angel one?
Yes. On their shoulders, not your shoulders.
With the Rugrat approach to getting into a movie?
Correct. Exactly that.
In a trench coat?
Mm-hmm. Yep. 4 Oompa Loompas worth of Simone Biles, which is just 2 Simone Biles.
If an Oompa Loompa swung on me, I think I'd be all right.
Yeah. You have a bone bruise in your shin.
Dang, dude.
That would hurt.
Can you use a bone to bruised hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Depends on the severity.
Well, we mentioned this earlier. The NBA playoffs are so bad in the first and second round.
Don't need them.
Don't need them.
Don't need them. Yeah.
Just sit it out.
Take a breather. Just a few minutes here and there, just to keep that hand and wrist warm.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
1 hour away from Josh Susan.
Stoked.
I guess it's less than that. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Sports Ham.
Mike's hot.
Welcome back to Two Men On. And there have been 721 home runs hit so far in the 2025 season.
Okay.
Mike Trout has a bunch of them.
Yes, he does.
He has the shortest at 320 feet. He has the longest at 484 feet.
Big spread.
The shortest, of course, was against Tampa Bay.
In their little toy box.
Their little toy box.
Yeah. I have yet to watch a game
It's so
for the Rays or A's.
It's bad.
It's bad. I've seen highlights from those two stadiums, and it looks cute.
I watched highlights.
Looks
today
fun.
For a little bit.
Looks fun. It's fun to play in a little fun little minor league park. That's really sweet and neat.
I know the Pope is dead. Like, I'm not confused on if the Pope is alive or not right now. Go to isthepopedead.com.
You're confusing the Pope with DMX, and it's not dead. It's in jail.
Oh, isthepopeinjail.com. Go to that right now.
He is not.
So
he's incarcerated behind them gates.
Pearly Whites.
The pearly
Yeah.
gates.
What's up, St. Peter?
Yeah.
But if there is a baseball god, if there is, I need him
Mhm.
or her. I need them
Okay.
to allow not just him, but us one healthy Mike Trout season.
Or just how about the rest of his career?
No, that's too much to ask.
Too much? Okay. They are
They being
the
god of-
Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, of Orange County, of the Disney Plus app,
Got it.
playing out of their minds right now. And when I say playing out of their minds, I mean one game over 500. That if they can be over 500, that is a leap no baseball prognosticator saw coming.
Have you been praying nightly to the baseball god?
No, I'm waiting for the next pope.
You're gonna pray directly to them.
Yeah. There's no one to listen to me right now.
I don't believe anyone prays directly to the Pope. I'm not saying
What?
Is that what you've been doing this whole time?
Yes.
Brother.
Is that why all my prayers go unanswered? I asked the Pope directly. I mean, for the next 2 weeks, for sure, no one's answering. But, like, once we got that new Pope, I'm going to kick it back up again and pray super hard for Mike Trout to stay healthy.
Has there been an inside the park home run this year?
I'm assuming you're just setting me up to say Mike Trout's got one.
I just haven't seen one. That's all. Like one without an error. Like, don't miss me with the errors.
Okay.
Ones. Those I don't care for.
Well, not even an error, like a diving catch that they completely whiffed
I'm
on,
into
that
that.
rolled and rolled and rolled
And
and
the
rolled.
center fielder didn't come over to help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Bartolo Colon or some big boy who runs slow magically gets one. Those are the best ones.
If I was Tampa Bay, I would have traded for Mike Trout in the offseason. And anyone else who can hit it 321 feet.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of people.
And I would have gone undefeated in the regular season.
I can hit it 321 feet. Once we're talking like 380, your boy's got that WTP. Zay, that's warning track power.
Yeah.
Look at that WTP right there, baby.
Does 700 home runs in a month seem like a lot?
It's kind of just the way baseball is now.
So there's the 2,430 games in a Major League Baseball season.
Mm-hmm.
Major League Baseball season is like 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
So we're 1/7 of the way. So that's 300-ish games, 350-ish. So that's like 2 a game. Okay, no, that actually makes sense.
It's not that much.
It's not that much.
Pretty normal. It's the new normal.
It's not egregious what I just
Sure.
said.
You don't got to string 8 singles together anymore to get more than one run. You just hit it really far now.
And if you're playing in Tampa, the ball doesn't even have to be juiced. Because it's 320 feet.
Right. It's probably like 360 other places. You got to put the if you're in Colorado or say Albuquerque, New Mexico, to equal Tampa Bay's 320, it's probably like 375 here with the elevation.
I don't know how many stadiums there are where the 484-foot one wouldn't have been a home run, but I think that's true in all of them. There can't be a single spot.
Yeah. The old Polo Grounds in New York.
Yeah. I don't know what stadium has the largest outfield.
I mean, that's kind of...
Is it Houston?
That's out of every park. That's out of Balloon Fiesta Park.
Yeah.
That is out of so many parks. That's out of Central Park.
It's out of a lot of people's parking lots.
That's out of Park City, Utah.
Has the largest dimensions. Coors. 415 feet. Center field. I feel like we should have got that. I feel like Wrigley's kind of big too.
So that is, even in dead center in Coors Field, that home run is enough to go out of dead center and enough left over to go from home plate to right over second base.
All right,
that's a lot of home run.
Because you pulled it up, or you brought it up, I pulled it up.
Okay.
So the Polo Grounds, which was in New York, was 257 down the right field line, but 483 to center.
Still got out, baby. 484. Let's go.
The left field at Cincinnati's Crosley Field sloped upwards of 15 degrees. Center field boundary, the original Yankee Stadium, was 500 feet from home. But there was that flagpole and memorial thing. Remember that? That
Yes.
was super weird.
Dangerous.
Looks like okay, so Kaufman is apparently the one that's easiest to hit home runs in. So now you know. And the one time they won a World Series, it was with the team, I think, that hit the least amount of home runs in the last 100 years of baseball, that Royals team.
Yeah.
And apparently if you factor in the Big Green Monster, Fenway competes because you have to hit it up.
Yes.
So now you go. Home runs are, in ballparks where they're not hit as much, are celebrated cooler by the fans. There's like more behind it.
Got you. I like the overlays that Major League Baseball broadcasts have now. Or like, would this be a home run in Kauffman Park? Would this be a home run in Seattle? Like, with the elevation change and park change, would this have been a home run?
For a long time, too, I think the Coliseum was it. Like, that was the biggest. But obviously that doesn't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm. It exists, just no one plays baseball there.
There is other stuff there. There's like women's soccer or something. Big old cricket tournament or something.
Monster Jam.
The handful of times I've been to the Coliseum for athletics, one Oakland Raiders game, it was like tarped off on the top.
Yeah. They know they ain't filling that.
Yeah.
It's not a playoff game. No one's buying those seats.
Or that final game of their final, like the last one ever.
Oh, last one. That's it.
It kind of a little bit sucks that I don't have the pulse on that fan base anymore. And I didn't like work a ton there professionally when I lived there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know. But I know the loss of like a professional sports team to a community. And there's so much going on in Northern California. Like, I think it's easy to just go to the beach.
Yes.
Or it's easy
yes.
to go to a national park.
Yes.
which is not necessarily true about some other cities, Cleveland, who has famously lost their.
It's all you got to do.
I don't feel like San Diegan is upset about that football team being gone. I feel like they just do other things.
Sure. They got the Padres. Like you can go to the beach in the morning, go surf some waves, and go to Petco, watch little Padres, probably leave early and go back to the beach. Yeah.
When you have alternatives in life, I do think often sport is left to the wayside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Green Bay Packers would not have existed this long if they had Miami's weather.
That's a good point.
Yes. The Green Bay Packers are the only show in town for over a century.
I know there's like a pretty popular like junior college up there too in Green Bay that does that wins a bunch of junior college stuff. And I think it draws too. Because that's how little there is going on.
And the guy that used to be on this station, doesn't he coach him?
Who are you talking about?
Give me a second.
One
One second.
Are you talking about JJ Buck? Because he's still here.
Doug Gottlieb.
He coaches in Green Bay?
He's the basketball coach at University of Wisconsin Green Bay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I knew that. And
Yeah.
he still hosts a show, though.
He's still got a show.
Because that's how little effort it takes to be successful. What level is that? Is that D2? I don't think it's D1. But it's like the draw in Green Bay. What are the fighting somethings?
I don't see if it's D1.
What is the name of their mascot?
You're rattling off a lot of questions that I don't know
need
yet.
to know these things. Because Green Bay this weekend is the home of the NFL draft.
Yeah, that's the hot ticket.
We'll be tuned into it Thursday from Hooters on San Mateo. Come hang out with your boys.
Division I.
That's wild.
Association of Mid-Continent Universities, a Summit League, and now they are in the Midwestern Collegiate Conference.
The MCC?
Yeah. Boys to Men, ABC, BBD.
What is the name of their conference?
Now it's the Horizon League.
The Horizon League?
D1, baby.
What's the mascot name?
11 member schools. They're based out of Indianapolis.
No, they're in Green Bay.
No, the league home base is Indianapolis.
I didn't know that leagues had home bases.
They're the Phoenix.
They're named after a city?
Well, I mean, it's a mythological bird that rose from the ashes, symbolizing the recreation of society. But yes, a city.
But what does that have to do with Green Bay?
That is the question that I will not find anywhere.
I know we're missing the break bumper, so we'll take it on our own. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Mr. Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
Screaming west side when we ride, switching lanes in that old school Chevy while I'm gripping brains. Fit that bang, I try to tell him it's the game.
Welcome back to Two Men On, live from Rio Bravo Brewery. Josh Sean joins us at 5:30. You can join us Thursday night at Hooters watching the NFL draft. We're drinking draft while watching the drafts. Uber over. It's going to be that kind of night.
Stoked.
Just like that.
I'm just be on the edge of my seat all Thursday night.
Why?
Who my Packers are going to take with their first-round pick. Setting up the future of back-to-back-to-back Super Bowl championships led by their obviously number one draft pick who will change the course of not only Green Bay football Packers history, but history in general.
Well,
that's what I'm looking forward to on Thursday.
We're going to be enjoying the draft from Hooters on San Mateo.
Yeah.
But Travis Hunter's father gets to enjoy it from the draft.
Go on.
He got court permission.
Court permission?
Mm-hmm.
Is his dad incarcerated? This is news to me.
So you're not up to speed?
I'm not up to speed on Travis Hunter dad stuff.
Yeah,
What's going on?
Hunter Sr.
Okay.
Is serving a 3-year probation period with 1 year mandated home confinement after pleading guilty to 3 counts, including a felony related to a 2023 arrest. But good news, he did receive court permission to attend Lambeau Field in Green Bay. He's restricted to his hotel room and the draft event location only.
Okay.
So there you go.
That's cool.
So
what did he do?
He
what did he do?
He did not get to attend the Heisman ceremony in December. So there you go. Kind of nice. I like rehabilitation. Let's do it.
He's going to come back refreshed, ready to serve out the rest of his time, become a better person, be a functional member of society.
He, just to be really clear,
okay,
he has been in and out of jail his entire life. It's selling drugs, DUI, filing arrest.
Okay,
minor things.
Hey, look at Patrick Mahomes, man.
He was
his dad's already in trouble all the time, and Patrick Mahomes is in the GOAT conversation. So Travis Hunter. I mean, this should be on your resume.
Well, I've been watching the draft. Let me start over.
Okay.
There was a period when I watched the draft a lot. The last 10 years, not a second.
Annually.
Yeah.
I'm not watching the draft more than once a year.
There's multiple drafts in multiple leagues. And I know for a fact.
Oh, the NFL draft. I only watch the NFL draft once a year.
I watched you watch the WNBA draft. I literally watched you do that.
We were on air in the studio. The TV was on. You put it on that channel.
Here's what I know about the NFL draft.
You know what draft I'm really into?
Oh, gosh. Beers.
My fantasy baseball draft.
Okay.
I watched that one very closely.
You may be aware of history and how it often repeats itself.
Sure.
So every year, about 3 days before the NFL draft, you'll get a story like Travis Hunter's father has been in and out of jail his entire life.
Yeah.
And that's all you will hear about.
Correct.
Because there's nothing left to talk about. They strategically and timely disperse this.
And these stories are being pumped probably by whoever has the 4th, 5th, or 6th pick in the NFL draft with their fingers crossed as hard as humanly possible that Travis Hunter drops to them.
Also, it says here the judge agreed that spending time in Lambeau Field is actually more punitive than being in home confinement. So,
what is he, a Bears fan?
That's okay. I'm happy for Travis Hunter, like incredibly happy, because his dad will get to be there. That's the coolest.
Very cool.
And hopefully, this is the caveat to setting he and that family up for a successful one.
Sure. Can afford rehab now. A good one.
Now, also, if he wasn't a generational draft prospect, an exceptional student,
Yeah,
I don't necessarily know if the court is making
that distinction.
this consideration.
Yeah. But there's a lot of, unfortunately, there's a lot of young student athletes who have family members who are incarcerated or in some kind of trouble, unfortunately. And they're not getting this grace. But generational superstar Travis Hunter, hey, take that jumpsuit off, Pops. Put on an Armani suit. Hey, also, if you got like a one-of-one, privately bespoke, tailored orange suit, that would be fantastic.
There is no way
he's wearing orange
that I would want to sit with Deion Sanders during the NFL draft.
Oh, you think his real dad Deion's going to be there?
I believe that they will all be sitting together. And I do not want to be confined to a space where I'm not able to escape Deion Sanders' stories.
Telling you about all the great times that he had with his son while he was incarcerated. Just rubbing it in. Hey, peel open that wound a little bit, Pops. I'm going to rub some salt in it.
When seniors like, yeah, I got arrested for dealing drugs and doing this thing, and Deion's like, I've done so many drugs and never been arrested.
Oh, my God. Me and Michael Irvin got away with so much drug use.
I also want, I'm sure they have to pay for the cost of all this stuff.
Right.
Like a supporting or escorting, I'm going to use the word federal, but I don't know what kind of agent it would be.
Sure.
A probie to be there. Is that what they're called? Probation officers? Are they called probies?
I don't think you need one when there's 1,000 ESPN and NFL Network and CBS Sports and Fox Sports cameras all over the place. Like, you don't, where's he going?
Well, that's a good note.
You're going to sneak out?
Because if he's recording
what are you going to hide him in a block of cheese in Green Bay? Is that what you're going to do?
If he's recording the NFL draft from his seat, he better have the express written consent of the NFL.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
tack on another year. Put another year on it. Copyright infringement.
He's not that guy. So funny. Net overall, incredibly happy for the family.
Oh, in the 100th percentile.
But a super weird sitch.
Yes.
Yeah, super weird. Timing, super weird.
Is it like immediately after the draft he has to leave? Like, does he get to hang out in Green Bay through Sunday? Does he get to hang out through the end of day one and Thursday? Does his kid get picked and immediately goes right back to the Huskow? Like, how does this work?
Like, cannot go to an after draft party.
No.
Unless it's at the hotel lobby.
And after the hotel lobby.
Yep, that is correct.
It's the after party.
And after the party?
It's the after party.
I think after the party, it's the
hotel lobby. Yeah. Yeah, close enough. We're with us. You got it.
You knew where this
short man.
One more from Rio Bravo Brewery before Sushan joins us. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Congratulations, Shohei Ohtani. He had a baby, Van.
I saw that.
In other news, the Dodgers have
So
signed
did Albuquerque's own Alex Bregman.
on the same day.
Very close. I think like a day or two apart.
They're both going to get so much NIL money.
One probably slightly more than the other, but a bunch.
Actually, the Dodgers just signed Shohei's baby.
Should.
Yeah. 30 years. So
1.2 billion
1.2 bill. Yeah. Deferred.
deferred till
Deferred money.
deferred until they can sign the great grandbaby.
Now, you, Van, you don't anymore because you're sickly, but you used to have dad strength. Now that Shohei Ohtani has dad strength,
Oh God.
does the rest of Major League Baseball quit?
So he's had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Which
he's on
means-
pace to hit 113 home runs. Is that accurate?
Depends how long his paternity leave
He
is.
was on pace to hit 54. Then he missed 2 games, so he's on pace to hit 52. And then he's got dad strength now,
Yeah.
so like 108 home runs.
If has a good season, I mean, we're talking like this kid could be set up for life, Van.
I mean, with all these deferrals, that contract's big. Like, you better have another good season and renegotiate.
If he has a good season, Van,
Mm-hmm.
we're talking like generational wealth
Yeah,
for the Ohtani family.
because after the collapse, the continued collapse of the stock market, his $700 million with deferrals, that's only like what, 30, 40 bucks money right now.
How do you one up your dad? He's already the best two-way player in the. He has to be. Are you know Dion played baseball and football?
Allow me to say,
Okay.
we're not talking Olympic sports.
No, definitely not.
He is better at his sport than any other athlete has been good at a sport ever. And I'm talking about Tom Brady and Wayne Gretzky
Mm-hmm.
and Michael Jordan.
That is accurate.
Yeah.
As far as Olympians go, really only Michael Phelps. Really only.
I mean, Serena Williams in that echelon.
No.
That-
No. Mm-mm. No. No.
Above? Above?
No, she's below.
Dang.
I'm of greatest athletes at their chosen sport all time. And I recognize that the 100-meter is very sexy. So you want to say Usain Bolt because it's such a sexy one. And he allegedly is the only guy to never cheat at it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Because
Unless you count genetics, which he's definitely cheating.
it's something crazy like the top 40 times all time that aren't his
Are all pop for
they're-
roids.
yeah.
Yeah. All of them.
So I would maybe put him on the deal.
He's in the conversation.
What's that nerd that broke Tetris? Put him on the deal.
Look, if we're really talking about GOATs and we're opening it up to all sports, Joey Chestnut is the only one that compete with Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, God, that's such a...
The excellence in their sport, only Shohei Ohtani can match.
John Cena.
Okay, John Cena's riding team, incredible.
17 times.
17 times.
Simply the best.
Yeah.
There has to be like a that we don't know about. Like there has to be a like vertical standalone pole climber.
Yeah.
And
Like being impressed that John Cena keeps winning
the World Heavyweight
the
Championship.
World Heavyweight Championship is like being sad over and over again that Romeo and Juliet keep dying in a theater performance of Romeo and Juliet.
They don't. I mean, it's at the very end. Like
Both of them are.
I know when you saw Titanic, the whole time you're like, "There's a chance."
So I haven't seen Titanic. I do understand a couple Titanic references from the movie, but it's kind of lost on me to watch something about an event that I knew was going to happen at the end.
Should we poke any jokes at how the population crisis is now solved or not?
By Otani being so incredibly popular?
Yeah.
How many should be born there?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot. Like every baby. It might be mandated by the country.
To have one Shohei or Shoshi.
You have to have a Shohei in every family.
Or Shoshi.
Yeah.
Which is my interpretation of
a Shohei and Hohei.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually just the chorus to a Andre 3000 song.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be a banger if released today.
It should be.
Also, why Outkast gave up doing it, I don't know.
Well, Andre 3000 learned how to play a whole bunch of flutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 20 flutes.
Mental health-wise, he's to music what Jim Carrey is to acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just dropped out, did what you wanted to do, show up when you want, hang out with your people.
But have people, too, though.
But actually have people.
Yeah. You're not like Joaquin Phoenix or John Rocker.
How's he doing?
Not well.
That would be my guess.
He tried to fist fight Patrick Mahomes Sr. in New Orleans.
Yeah.
In a work.
Yeah, why don't you try to pick on somebody your own age, like Travis Hunter Sr.
Changes the game.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Sushan joins us after the break. It's 2 Men On, live from Rio Bravo Brewery, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Welcome back to Two Men On. Van and I are at Rio Bravo Brewery eating $2 tacos, and Sean is hecka jealous as he's in Reno. But he gets broadcast an Isotopes baseball game tonight, which is nice.
Cool.
Josh, welcome.
Thank you, guys. It's good to be with you. Yeah, I wish $2 taco sounds good, but broadcasting professional baseball games sounds really good too.
Well, especially when you're broadcasting for the Isotopes, who now have double the wins of the Rockies.
Thank you for pointing that out. I'm sure that Dick Monfort would be very pleased to hear this.
4 wins. On pace to win 30 games, Josh.
You know what that means?
So what? What does that mean?
It means a lot of opportunities for the Isotopes players to get called up to the major leagues if they do their business at AAA.
Uh-huh.
Glass half full kind of guy, my Josh Sushan.
He knows the deal.
I mean, how about this? There's already been 5 position players from the Isotopes this year alone who have been called up. 5. Zach Veen, Jordan Beck, Adiel Amador, Braxton Fulford, and Aaron Shunk.
Well, how about the most recent addition who got the 2 Men On rub on Friday? Zach Agnos did the show on Saturday, pitched for the did the show on Friday, pitched for the Rockies on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Zach Agnos, Jaden Hill, Chase Dolander. Yeah, you got 3 pitchers as well. There might be a 4th that I'm forgetting. I'm probably forgetting a 4th. Really happy for Zach. He's, he's one of these guys who was like a two-way guy in college. And, I think we talked about him before where he's playing shortstop. And then around the 7th inning his head coach is like, start warming up. So he just plays aggressive, hard catch with the third baseman. And that's how he warmed up. Then he went to the mound to be the closer. And now he's playing Major League Baseball for the Rockies. It's awesome.
When a guy does go up on a team that needs a lot of additions, like the Rockies currently do, what does that do to like a clubhouse? Like, are these guys excited for the other cats? Are they wondering maybe why their number's not getting called? Is there like your bag's always packed kind of mentality? Like, how does it affect not necessarily the play on the field, Josh, but how does it affect the boys?
I think it's a little bit of all the above, right?
Yeah.
And it really does come down to just what your perspective are. There's definitely times when there's players who are probably thinking, why was that not me, or that should be me? And there's plenty of other times when they go, oh yeah, that should definitely be that guy, right? Yeah, he should definitely be the guy who gets called up. But like I said before, that when the Rockies are struggling and they have this many injuries, it's an opportunity. But then it becomes this very tricky line between it's an opportunity, but you still just got to do your thing, right? You just got to play. And once you start thinking about, if I just do this one more thing or these 3 more things and I'll get called up, that's when you can get yourself into trouble, because then you start raising your own expectations. Maybe you do something that you just try to do too much. It is such a mental just mind trick that is constantly going on. I'm trying to find the right words that are radio appropriate.
Yeah.
Mind trick.
Sure.
About
I know what you're saying.
Being at AAA, yeah, and how close you are, but yet how you can do bad things if you're thinking too much about it.
I know a lot of it has to do with your position group, where you are on the depth chart, et cetera, et cetera. But who have you identified currently on the Topes that might be that next big call-up? Who do you think's the next man up to get that chance?
Oh, man. I mean, we're already talking about that. Seriously, it might be the guy pitching tonight, Carson Palmquist, right? I mean, you think about, so Kyle Freeland departed game 1 of the doubleheader on Sunday. Think about this, boys. The Rockies played a doubleheader. That was 18 innings. Their AAA team played a doubleheader. We went extra innings in one of the games, so that was 15. Think about the quantity of pitchers that they needed at their 2 highest levels. And then Kyle Freeland, their starter, he departs after 2 innings with a blister. So now you got to cover all those innings. But I would say that either Carson Palmquist or Bradley Blaylock, from a starting pitcher standpoint, would probably be the ones who would go next. From a relief pitcher standpoint, I'm thinking Juan Mejia, because he has been absolutely dominant lately, or maybe Diego Castillo, because he's 31 and got a save in the World Series once upon a time.
Sure.
And then position players, maybe it's Sam Hilliard based on everything that he's done in his career. Austin Nola, some veteran guys. I mean, almost all the prospects are gone now. they're all up there.
Well, like you mentioned, Palmquist is left-handed and has a pulse.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
that's a ticket, as they call it in the business.
It's a loogie in the making.
Yeah, that's the truth of all truths. Baseball is now 3 weeks in, Josh? That's where we are in the 4 weeks in. And we were talking earlier today about the 2 home runs a game. That's what Major League Baseball is kind of averaging right now, and talking about the resurgence of Mike Trout. We know obviously you keep your eye on the AAA game extensively during this part of the year. But when you're watching Major League games right now, do you feel like there is a resurgence of offense early in this year? Because Van and I think we're seeing some historic names doing what they've historically done.
I think that you're seeing some big names do it, but across the board, offense is basically what it's been the last few years, which is way, way down. I feel like in Major League Baseball right now, almost every single team is, if they hit home runs, they score runs. And if they don't hit home runs, they really struggle. And that's because the pitching is so good. It's just hard to get 3 hits in 1 inning nowadays because the pitching is so good. So you end up going for home runs because it's the easiest and fastest way to score runs. But, you don't see as much hit and run, stolen bases, sac fly, the guy at third. The league-wide batting average is still way, way down.
Okay.
Maybe the torpedo bats are helping the home run some. Offense is always down in April. It's been really cold all over the place. I think that you don't get a true sense of what the offense is like until June.
So I asked you this about this time last year, and the guy immediately got hurt. So I cursed him last year. So I'm going to ask you the exact same question again this year so I can curse the curse. I'll reverse the curse, Sushan. How much better is Major League Baseball when Mike Trout is healthy and playing at a high level?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, how much better was the NFL when Tom Brady was playing, right?
Yeah.
Like, how much better was the NBA when Kobe Bryant came back from his injury, I mean, it's, all sports need superstars. And sports are at their best when superstars are healthy and being superstars. It's what makes common fans care. You buy a Mike Trout jersey, you want to wear it for 10 years.
Sure.
When someone's hurt, you don't want to wear your jersey unless you're just like, whatever, I don't care, So, yeah, I mean, you need that. You need it bad.
There's still a lot of Grady Sizemore jerseys in Cleveland. Like there's still a bunch.
Well, we obviously we're joking a little bit at the start, talking about the Rockies and their historically rough start. But who is that Rocky, Josh? Who is I can buy a Rockies jersey now and have it for the next 10 years?
Man, that's a really good question. I mean, the answer was Charlie Blackmon, right? Now he's retired. Yeah. So, I mean, look, I might go with Kyle Freeland right now just because he's been a member of the rotation for a long time. He's from Denver. He's like Mr. Colorado Rocky. At this point, is probably Kyle Freeland. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's Ryan McMahon. I mean, he's off to a slow start. I mean, he's really the guy that you need right now to carry your offense with Chris Bryant hurt yet again and a bunch of young guys. That's a problem. It's a problem that you don't have, this guy. And that's what happens when you've been losing a lot of games and you're just trying to bring up a lot of young players and see who can become not just major leaguers, but actual stars.
Yeah.
I got 2 names for you, Fred. You're very familiar with their work.
Okay.
Any guesses?
I don't have a guess.
Nolan Arenado and Matt Holliday.
Do like those
Probably
guys.
more known for being a Cardinal, unfortunately.
It's tough because I think it's such a interesting franchise, the Rockies. And they're obviously there's a lot of people in the ownership group, and it has, I think, the second best field in all of baseball.
Incredible.
Yeah, it has a fan base that wants to be passionate and wants to explode for it, and then they have 4 wins.
Yeah,
just settles you in a way.
They're on a reset / rebuild / whatever you want to call it, but they also have the misfortune of being in the National League West, where the 4 best teams in baseball are the other 4 teams in that division. Sushan, is that making it worse for our Rockies?
Oh, yeah, 100%. You think about just like what a task it would be to get to 500 right now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, again, like we all know what the Dodgers are. Look how good the Padres have been. Diamondbacks were in the World Series 2 years ago. They're playing well. And then you're like, well, maybe we can surpass the Giants. Now the Giants are off to this great start. Buster Olney has totally changed the direction of that franchise. It's not out of the question that 4 teams from the National League West could make the playoffs this year. I mean, it probably won't, but it's not out of the question.
Sure.
So you don't play as many games against the teams in your division as you used to, but still, those are the teams you got to overcome, right?
The big game tonight is against Reno. First time we've seen Reno this season. Give us a little preview, Jay.
Yeah, so here's the thing about like streaks in minor league baseball. It's like really weird to be like, oh, they haven't done this or they've done that, because the rosters change, right? I mean, our rosters changed so much than it was 3 weeks ago. But despite that, it has been a struggle for the boys to win here in Reno. They have lost a lot of games when coming here over the last 4 years. They've lost 16 of the last 18. 16 of the last 18 they've lost when coming here. Reno's team is pretty similar to last year. They got a few new guys, but it's pretty similar to last year. So you got to find a way to win here. Wind is blowing out to right field tonight. High altitude city, just like Albuquerque. Wind's blowing out to right field. You're gonna have some shadows early. We're starting at 6 o'clock Pacific time. Bottom line is it's tough to pitch here, just like it's tough to pitch in Albuquerque. You got to keep the ball down, and he's got to pitch better. You got to pitch better to see if you can get some wins here. Need some wins here.
The Mets have looked like world beaters. They're not in the National League West, thank God. And they're doing it without Francisco Lindor. He's just now heating up. How dangerous do you think the Mets are now that their stud players are playing like studs?
Yeah, again, superstars matter, right? There's the traveling music. Yeah, it's fun when superstars are playing good. Yes, and when the teams that spend money win, because it inspires more owners to spend money sometimes.
Josh is bringing you Isotopes baseball after this. Josh, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, Sush.
Isaiah back at the studio.
The Lakers don't if the Lakers don't win tonight, I will be the most upset person in Albuquerque.
Van Nunley?
You have been a little on edge tonight. I could tell. You're very nervous.
Yes.
Van, final words?
Oh, my goodness. Too much for the time allotted, my friend. Anything I didn't cover, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.
See you at Sadie's tomorrow, Burke.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Special hump day at Sadie's. Yeah.